Hi you guys, my name is Erika. I'm the Director of Alumni here at Evolutions Treatment Center. And today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about perception versus reality. Right? For anybody who comes into sobriety, perception versus reality is something that they definitely need to take a look at. For me, as an addict in my active addiction, coming down to treatment, when I come into a space and you're taking away the substances from me that I'm using to cope, that I feel like I need every day, that I'm addicted to, it's very important that, my perception, beforehand, my perception is not reality, right? Because the drugs have kind of altered my mind, and I believe that I'm living in a whole other universe, especially depending on what type of drugs that you're using. It gets to the point where you can't differentiate the truth from the false, and that's what happened to me, right? People would always say like, oh, Erika, you're living in a whole other universe. It's because I didn't exactly know truly what was real and what wasn't. And so for anybody who comes into treatment, it's very important to really have a good perception about what they're doing, what they're fighting for, that their life is worth it. If I come in with an attitude, or I'm perceiving things as they're trying to take the drugs away from me, they're trying to control me, I have no freedom, things of that nature, if I'm being negative, I'll never be able to grow. But if I have a perception that I don't know how to run my life, me running my life has led me to places like this, because I continue to get high, drink, hurt my family, hurt myself, and they're trying to help me. It allows for me to grow more. It allows for me to have an attitude of gratitude to go further in my recovery, and I think that that's the difference between anybody who comes into treatment, whether they get it or not, is their perception of how they view things. And then slowly over time, as we get more and more sober, as we start to listen to our therapist, pay attention in group, put in the work, even if we don't even understand why we're doing it in the beginning, we'll start to see that our perception changes, and as well our reality changes, right? Because the more time sober that I am, as I start to dry out from those substances and kind of get the coping skills in, my attitude starts to become into check, all of those different factors, my reality is changed, right? The reality for me today is that I am sober. I have multiple things in life that I wouldn't have if I was using, right? But my reality when I was actively using, I was in denial, but the reality is that I was a drug addict. I was strung out. I was hurting myself, hurting others, putting a needle in my arm every single day. And it's not like that for me today, right? So it's very, very important for people who come into treatment to kind of pay attention to how they're perceiving things. It's so easy to get mixed up between what the truth and the false is, but as long as you have that attitude of gratitude and you're open-minded to whatever it is that you're trying to learn here, or that people are trying to teach you, you're well on your way. And that's all I have. I'll talk to you guys later.